Hey, Chris, it's Chris, right?
Yeah,
And it was from Massachusetts. Is that right? Did I get it right?
yeah.
All right, cool, man. You're on with Andrew. Go ahead, take it.
Hey, Bone. Yeah, I got like two questions.
Okay.
Mostly the first part I want to know. I mean, I haven't heard. I don't think anyone really talk about it, but do you? I know how all these other teams have these 20 commitments or 15. Do you see any commitments slipping to Bama? Like any? Doesn't have to be 5-star, 4-star, just anywhere.
Yeah, it's tough to say. I mean, I think the biggest thing is getting these guys, back on campus. Once this dead period ends, once kids can start visiting again, I think, and I've said this before, I think we're going to see, and not necessarily to Alabama or from Alabama, but I think we'll see more decommitments than ever before in this recruiting cycle, because we've seen so many kids make decisions. And I think a lot of them kind of feel pressured. They need to make a commitment right now, because they're not going to be able to visit these schools before their senior season. But once they kind of get into their senior season, they start taking their official visits. They start seeing some things that they didn't see before. They start realizing some things they didn't realize before, or maybe they want to stay closer to home, or maybe they want to get. It doesn't. You just never know what may happen. But I think we're going to see a lot of kids flip their commitments, in the fall or closer to signing day. Now there's obviously some guys that Alabama's still heavily recruiting that they would really like to get, and I mentioned Evan Pryor earlier, who's committed to Ohio State. If they can get him back on campus, you may have a chance. Jalen Milroe, who's a quarterback committed to Texas, I know they're still recruiting him, would like to get him on campus for a visit. There's just a lot of guys out there. There's some guys that are committed to Clemson. Jordan Hancock, one of the top cornerbacks in the country, that I think Alabama felt like they were going to end up getting, but he ends up committing to Clemson instead. Of course, with Clemson, you have to pretty much decommit before you start taking visits elsewhere. So that's going to be kind of tough to do. But I know that they would still welcome him in for a visit if he wants to do that. But there's certainly some other guys that are out there that they're heavily recruiting that they would like to get on campus. But overall, in general, throughout the entire country, I would not be surprised if we saw more decommitments than ever before.